It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Dolphins and the Patriots. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. It's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023, now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On play action, here's Tua. That's swung out to Mostert, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one left side caught by Berrios. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Motion man is Berrios. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over for the first time, led out by the rookie, the 3rd overall pick back in April out of UNC, and that's Drake May.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks, but I'll guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him learn from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. He's going to have those kind of outings in year 1, but the big question, what does he take away from them, and how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5.
A loss of 1. It's It's now 3rd and 5.
Throwing here is May. He finds Douglas complete. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. The Patriots at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 13 carries, 71 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's May. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From the shotgun, it's May. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They'll throw with May. He finds his man complete. That's Douglas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Douglas, the man in motion. Here's May. That is caught, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. May now off the bootleg. That is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The end result, 21 yards. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Hey, you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Tua going to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw, May. Over the middle, complete. It's Douglas. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the 47.
Here's Gibson on the read option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A quick pass out to Juju. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's May. He completes it to Henry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Patriots! Juju Smith-Schuster, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 30-yard line.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Steps away to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Gonna need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Forced out to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dietrich Wise Jr. able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus pocus with some magic, but the defense not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Patriots take over. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster on the last drive. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. New England trying to get a place on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He'll find Smith-Schuster again, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, May with it. That one caught by Polk. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He can't get him down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. This 2nd and 4. Douglas, the man in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Gibson again. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Throwing here is May, and he'll complete this to Gibson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be a third and about 13. To throw, it's May. He finds Douglas complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And this one is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's into the hands of Fortson. And some room to work. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Tua. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Dolphins 1st down.
Tua sets up to pass it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll throw with May. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Breaks a tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, right back to Gibson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Here's May. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
To the air, May. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
30-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Miami's offense set and ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Tua. That swung out to Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tua going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 68 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now a stoppage here, as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sure. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now this complete to Polk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Looking to throw, May. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll get the lead down to 5. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Bucs who were able to come in and win one on the road. John Wolford, a touchdown pass in the victory. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Jonathan Brooks, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. It was Raheem Mostert, the veteran, who did some damage in that first half. He had 3 catches in that opening part of the game and wound up with a touchdown reception as well. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, Play your game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second down and 4.
42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the false start will back them up 5. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the play fake. Here's May. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Dolphins offense and Raheem Mostert making their way out. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Jones. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and running back Antonio Gibson headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
It's now second down and 20.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 20.
They'll set up to throw. That one caught by Polk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Looking to pass. Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Play action. May. He finds Douglas complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
Douglas the man in motion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, it's May. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Jones on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. New England's offense set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we pause for an injured player, and now what you want to see, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's in some pain out there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once more, Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Illegal blocking the back. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Douglas, the man in motion. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
They'll throw with May. That's complete to Baker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on: catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they go play action with May. Now, a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And some space here. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head, because they understand how tight windows are there and how many
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
The pass rush pressure is really starting to increase on the quarterback now. They bring him down for a sack and a big loss, and back him up further as he tries to lead a scoring drive in a one-possession game here late.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Tua.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Tua going to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Tua to throw again.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. That's into the hands of Fortson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Achane once more, and this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Douglas with a grab over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw again. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this to Baker. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, May with it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. This is 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Pats have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. A run straight ahead with Achane. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Dolphins, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New England, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.